Hello. So today I wanted to share with you just a subtle awareness practice that you can use and start to integrate into your day that will help to relax and release any excess jaw tension you're holding on to. Also help release these muscles in the back of your skull that are called the suboccipital muscles. So many of us, we're on our phones, we're on our computer, we're in this really narrow lensed vision for a large part of our day. That form of vision is what we call cortical vision. Cortical vision is a really narrow focus vision. When we're using our eyesight in that way, these suboccipital muscles, the muscles back, the base of your skull, are contracting. And a lot of us are carrying a lot of extra tension here. Also sharing this because a lot of us have this forward head posture, and we've maybe been told or have even maybe been trying to pull the head back, pull the head back. When we're just trying to keep and pull the head back, usually to do that, we're using extra muscle tension to get the head to come back. So I like to try and find small, easy ways where we can create that shift, but have it come from the inside. So it comes from a place of greater ease versus creating more tension. So first, as you're listening to me, I just want you to really pay attention to opening up your ears. So opening up your ears, meaning really taking in the sound of my voice, taking in the sound of anything around you. Are there any sounds coming from behind you, from beside you? And notice as you're doing that, does the back of your mouth, the space between your back molars, does that open up? And for me, what I experience in my body is as I bring my attention to opening up my ears, so not really trying to listen, but just allowing sound to come in, naturally this space, the space between my back molars, my back teeth, just naturally opens up. And what I also find curious is interesting, that there's also a relaxation back behind my head. So that's a really nice cue if that works for you to play with. Another cue that works for like half of the people I work with, and the other, well, probably like 70% of my clients. The other ones we get a little bit more creative with languaging, but is to pretend that you have eyes in the back of your head. So if I had eyes in the back of my head, what I notice is that actually shifts my head back very subtly. So it's not this thing, it's a subtle coming back. Or you can pretend if you had lungs or gills, like if you could breathe into your jaw, what does that do? So taking of these cues, what works for you, leaving behind what doesn't, or trying to create languaging in your own way that works for you to help release excess jaw tension, to help the head and neck come back, but coming back from a place more internally, with more ease versus really efforting and trying to do it. So playing with the three cues of one, allowing sound to come into your ears, really opening up your ears to sound in all directions, so not just in front of you, but also the side and behind you. To pretend you have eyes in the back of your head, and any of you, if you're mamas, my mom clients always tell me, yeah, if you're a mom, you have eyes in the back of your head. But just pretending that and see what happens with that. And then three, to imagine you had lungs or gills, kind of right below your ear, right at your jawline, and breathe into that space. And notice what all three of those cues together do. As always, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you're watching this on my blog, comment below. I'd be happy to give you any extra support.